Greetings and welcome back to Room 303, AP English and our Roberts study. We're in the poetics section now, and we're going to turn now to Robert Herrick's little poem, Here a Pretty Baby Lies. Czesław Miłosz, who of course is so important in 303 for so many different reasons, the great Polish poet, said in his treatise on poetry that a single set of lines of poetry can carry more weight than a whole wagon full of prose can. I love this little poem on page 645 of Roberts for the very reason that Miłosz is going to talk about it. There's something really powerful in this little poem. Now, of course, we know about Robert Herrick, the dates 1591 to 1664. He was a contemporary of Shakespeare's and Milton's, of course. We have at LearnStrong.net our To the Virgins text. So let's now turn and just read this little poem. Here a Pretty Baby Lies, from 1648. Here a pretty baby lies, sung asleep with lullabies. Pray be silent and not stir the easy earth that covers her. Now, this is of course a disturbing little poem, and it kind of sneaks up and catches you in many ways, like Randall Jarrell's Death of the Voltaic Gunner will catch us unawares, a text that we've studied before at LearnStrong.net. It surprises us in some ways, in a very shocking way. Notice the opening line is, here a pretty baby lies, and you're thinking of a sleeping child, of course, sung asleep with lullabies. Again, this is a beautiful, comforting picture, we might say. The mood is obviously very comforting. Pray be silent. Now, notice that the speaker of this poem is speaking directly to whoever's reading. Be silent and not stir the easy earth that covers her. Notice the poet doesn't have to call it a blanket because we're already getting the word picture here. And then it hits us. Oh, we're dealing with a child who has passed. And it's in this moment, this recognition, this epiphany, as readers, that we're deeply disturbed. Now, of course, we can recognize children pass tragically, unfortunately, every day. We, however, know that this kind of thing was even more the case during the time that Herrick will write this poem. Children died of any number of illnesses. They did not have the advantages of the medicines that we have today, the inoculations and the like. So this is one of those things which was not unusual, and yet obviously deeply disturbing and compelling. At 2a, of course, our message is here, life without doubt, precious, short, clearly also difficult, right? This is the question of theodicy, the existence of pain and suffering in the world and why it has to happen. At 2b, let's just put it there that this is going to involve a surprise ending, no question, unexpected. Obviously, there's some irony, no question there, as well as the symbolism of the sleeping child, the child who has passed. At 3a, we've mentioned To the Virgins to make much of time, Herrick's poem, but I want to take us to Johnson's On My First Son. Go back and take a look at our lecture on that one at LearnStrong.net. Very similar kind of situation, dealing with the loss, the passing of a child. What is for you the central text that's the most compelling? A movie, maybe, where the loss of a child is so profound and so difficult. Finally, at 3b, what was a time in your life that you had to struggle with loss, or maybe a way to connect to this text? And that was a profound loss, and getting through that required a certain kind of stamina, a certain kind of moral fortitude, courage. Well, there you go. Another side of Robert Herrick, compelling. Thank you.